Hello everyone, welcome to Avtaars world and I hope you're all having a lovely day. My name is Avtaar. Chaat comes in a plate and you have the variety of toppings on it. It can be made with the mixture of fresh vegetables or the fruits, and then there are layers of texture. Whatever you're making the chaat out of, you get this texture of the crunchiness, the crispiness. Above all, you have the chutneys. Now the chutneys, two different types, and here it gives you the option of actually adding little chutney according to your own taste, and together with that aromas coming out of the ingredients that I'm going to share with you. My mouth is already watering now. I will actually go in the stages and the two different elements to it. Now the runny element is the tomato chutney. While I'm going to talk you through about that, other ingredients, I'm going to take these tomatoes, place them on a tray so that they go under the grill, and I will start roasting them. I'm going to talk you through the ingredients of that tomato chutney and the reasons why I do it particularly that way. Then of course there is going to be green chutney. When I mentioned about the healthy chaat, as you can tell, it's all going to be the vegetables, yeah? So entirely up to you what vegetables you are using. I have picked these for a reason. One is the different colors that I'm going to get out of these, and another is the soft potatoes. I've boiled them, peeled them, and I've chopped them into little pieces. So here I have red cabbage. Now I absolutely love the crunch, you know, that texture that you get out of the cabbage, proper purple with the, you know, the color that leaks out of it. And then I have got juicy cucumbers. And of course I retain the peel as well, so that will bring the juiciness into the chaat. I have got onions. Now as you can tell, my onions are slightly less than the rest of my ingredients because I do like them, but not right to the max. And I have grated a carrot, and that also is going to release some juices, and that crunchiness from the carrot is different to the one from the red cabbage. That's a different texture. And I've got some tomatoes here which have got a different texture. Now you will ask me, if I'm going to put the tomato chutney, why do I need those tomatoes in the chaat? Now I like to put them because if I do not want to have a chutney, or I might have chutney just for the sake of it, just a tiny bit, but I've got all that juiciness coming out of the tomatoes and that soft, yummy flavors that tomatoes release. The whole beauty about the chaat, it has to look really pleasing to the eyes and attractive as well. So the next step, I've taken some urad dal, or this is black dal, which is been hulled and washed. So I'm just going to dry roast this on a gentle heat. So the dal is actually optional. It's going to get added to the tomato chutney. What I find, it gives that nice grainy texture in your chutney when you are biting into the chaat. I'm going to take it off the heat, transfer it onto a separate plate so the cooking or the roasting process stops there. So on the same tawa or skillet, I'm just going to dry roast the cumin seeds as well. And the flavor that's going to come out of it is absolutely beautiful, turned into a nice color, and off it comes from that tawa. So if I crush them, I like to use the rapeseed oil, mainly because I personally really love that aromas that come out afterwards and the beautiful taste that it gives. But if you haven't got that in your cabinet, just use any cooking oil. I'm just going to use 2 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon. Let that start getting warmed up. In goes the mustard seeds so that they start popping up and crackling, and I turn the heat down because that's the only ingredient that needs oil at a high temperature. I'm going to let that cool down a bit. Tomatoes are all roasted. Into this oil, I tend to just break the curry leaves so the whole oil gets filled with the flavors. I'm going to also add a teaspoon of red chili powder. Now I'm using Kashmiri one mainly because of the color, but mind you, they have got the heat. Now my cumin seeds, the powder goes into this as well. So that's ready, and tomatoes done. I have blended them together with the skins because I personally like that charred flavor that comes into it. But if you do not want them, you can just remove the skins. They're very easy to peel. In goes my tempering that I did earlier before blending the tomatoes. That goes in, and those red chilies which have been fried in the oil, they start releasing the colors. I'll add my roasted dal in there. Last but not least, some lemon juice, because you want that the tanginess, the sourness and the sweetness all to come out of the different ingredients. To this, I'm going to add some seasoning as well to balance all the flavors together. Because the tomatoes are cooked, the oil was heated, the chilies are actually cooked as well. This chutney can even stay in your fridge, so you can keep it, you can prepare it beforehand and leave it to sit in the fridge. It can go with any food, you know, even as a with your main meals as a side chutney. Both of my chutneys are ready. So that is the beautiful sweetish taste of the tomatoes together with that charred flavor, and then a bit of lemon juice into it and some very tiny bit of spices to give that kick. It's all ready, and added the seasoning, and my green coriander and mint chutney is ready as well, and I've added green chilies to this. Recipe is already on my channel for the green chutney, so feel free to have a look at that one. With all the varieties of the chaats that you get, there is always one element which is the dominant, and that is what it gives it the name. For my chaat here, like I said, it's healthy one, so I'm going to be using the papad. So my chaat will be known as a Papad Chaat. Now papad, if I show you, they are very thin wafer like. They are made of the black lentils which are washed and hulled and turned into the flour and then made into different varieties. This one here is got cumin seeds, and then you also get another one which is plain. Again, these are all made with the urad dal or black lentils, and I'm going to roast my papad. You got many different options to roast the papad. You can either use the skillet or my tawa, or you can just use the frying pan, and piston it very quickly because apparently my tawa was very hot. And there you go. So there you go. I'm just using this dishcloth to make sure that I'm pressing onto the hot plate from the edges as well. You can tell the color starts changing and my roasted papad is ready, and that's turned out to be very beautiful. So that's one done there. Another way to do is you can actually put these into the under the grill and let them get roasted there. Yeah, so I'm just going to put it on the grill. I would make sure that I'm rotating it so that it doesn't burn off. It only takes few seconds to roast it. That's come out of the grill. Now I'm going to show you a third method. I'm just going to place one directly onto the microwave plate in there and let it get roasted there. At the same time, just like when it is under the grill or it's on the tawa, you want to make sure that you are turning it around so that it gets done evenly. So that's come out of the microwave oven, yeah. And what starts happening is once they start getting dried up, they will also start getting crispier in the texture. I'm going to turn back to my vegetables. So all those juices coming out of the tomatoes there, the carrots, the cucumber, onions, and what I'm going to do is put the potatoes on there because I want the seasoning to go onto the potatoes, so I'll just use this one. Happy with that, and just going to toss them. This element here is chaat masala. I make my own chaat masala, so I'm going to use my hands to sprinkle that because I want it to coat all the vegetables nicely. So you can see all those colors looking very beautiful. Add some chopped coriander there. And a bit of lemon juice as well. Taste it before plating. Yeah. And I'm happy with that one. All those flavors coming out of the chaat masala and those vegetables and the coriander, fresh coriander. So there you go. And so what I tend to do is put those vegetables there. Now this is where you got the option of making it as hot as you want or as mild as you want. So that's going to go there. So you will have the bits coming out which are very hot, and then you have this one. You also have on the chart some fried element. Now the fried element is going to be, I'm going to use my homemade fried save here. And now this is my main star. Yeah, I'll just put it there and my dish is ready, and I can just So more papad next to it and the chutneys to go with it. Yeah. So that is all done. Yeah. So it's ready to be tucked into it, and also the fact the papad, they're very crispy, very thin wafer like, and if you leave them with the juices, they start getting soggy. So this is ready to be eaten, and I'm dying to eat that. I hope you've enjoyed that, and until next time, God bless you all. You take care. Bye bye for now.